Is Argentina really still the defending world champion because of Messi rather than the team itself? Looking at what has happened so far at the 2026 World Cup, I find myself asking the opposite question. Has Argentina become too dependent on Lionel Messi? Because after the first two matches, every single Argentine goal has been scored by one player who is about to turn 39 years old. At a time when most legends attend the World Cup merely as symbolic figures, Messi is performing like the best player in the tournament. As someone who has followed Messi's career since the 2006 World Cup, I honestly feel that what is happening right now is even more extraordinary than many of his previous peak moments. Argentina still has a fantastic squad, but the early narrative of the 2026 World Cup cannot be separated from one name. Messi is not simply participating, he is breaking records, silencing doubts, and forcing the football world to revisit a question that has already been asked countless times. How much longer can this man continue to defy time itself? In today's video, we're going to talk about Messi's incredible performances at the 2026 World Cup. Let's get started. Nearly 39 years old, yet playing like the best player in the world. When the tournament began, many people questioned Lionel Scaloni's decision to keep Messi as the focal point of Argentina's attack. He is nearly 39 years old, his pace is obviously no longer what it once was, and Argentina has plenty of young players capable of carrying the team. But from my perspective, those doubts disappeared the moment Argentina faced Algeria in their opening match. Messi did not look like a player enjoying his farewell tournament, he looked like someone who was still hungry to prove something to the world. His first touch was sharp, his decision-making was flawless, and every time he received the ball, the opposing defense seemed to panic. Even Algeria's coach admitted that his team gave Messi too much space, and they were punished brutally for it. What surprised me the most was not the number of goals he scored, but the way he scored them. Messi no longer relies on acceleration like he did at 25 years old. Instead, he relies on intelligence that may be even more dangerous. I see a player who understands space faster than anyone else on the pitch. While other players need 2 seconds to think, Messi is already 3 moves ahead. That is why at nearly 39 years old, he remains the most influential player in the biggest tournament in world football. Many great players have enjoyed long careers, but very few have remained the centerpiece of their teams the way Messi still is today. The hat trick against Algeria that changed the World Cup narrative. In my opinion, the match against Algeria completely changed the conversation surrounding Argentina at the 2026 World Cup. Before that game, most of the attention was focused on younger powerhouse teams such as France, Spain, and England. But within 90 minutes, Messi stole every headline. He scored the first World Cup hat-trick of his career and led Argentina to a 3-0 victory. Even more remarkably, that hat-trick allowed him to equal the record held by Miroslav Klose as the all-time leading goal scorer in World Cup history. 20 years after scoring his first World Cup goal, Messi once again became the biggest story in football. From my perspective, the value of that hat-trick goes far beyond the 3 goals themselves. It sent a message to every team competing against Argentina. Many people assumed Argentina would decline after winning the 2022 World Cup, but the reality is that they still possess a player capable of winning matches almost single-handedly. Reuters even highlighted how Messi had once again proven himself to be the foundation of the Argentine national team. I completely agree. While most players begin to lose influence as they age, Messi somehow seems to be increasing his. That hat-trick was not just a victory over Algeria, it was a victory over every doubt that existed before the tournament began. Breaking a record that may remain untouched for years. If there is one reason why the 2026 World Cup has already become historic, even before the knockout stage begins, it is the record Messi has broken. After matching Klose's record against Algeria, he needed only one more match to write a new chapter in football history. Against Austria, he scored twice and officially became the all-time leading goal scorer in World Cup history. Not only did he surpass Klose, but he also overtook the overall World Cup scoring record previously held by Marta. His total now stands at 18 World Cup goals. For me, this is one of the greatest records in international football history. What makes this achievement feel so special is the incredible journey behind it. Messi scored his first World Cup goal in 2006 and was still scoring 20 years later in 2026. That level of consistency across 2 decades is almost impossible to find in modern sports. I honestly believe many younger fans do not fully appreciate just how difficult it is to remain at an elite level for that long. Great players emerge in every generation, but a player capable of deciding matches in 6 different World Cup editions is almost beyond belief. That is why I see those 18 goals as much more than a number. They symbolize longevity, adaptation, and footballing genius that we may never witness again for a very long time. Argentina have qualified, but every goal has come from one man. There is one fact that I find both fascinating and slightly concerning. After the first 2 matches, Argentina sit at the top of Group J with 6 points, 5 goals scored, and none conceded. However, there is one detail that has made everyone raise an eyebrow. All 5 of Argentina's goals have been scored by Messi. No goals from Julian Alvarez, no goals from the wingers, no goals from midfielders. Every single one has come from the captain. In a positive sense, this demonstrates that Messi remains extraordinary. But from another perspective, it highlights just how dependent Argentina has become on him. Even so, I do not see that dependence as entirely negative. Argentina now plays differently than they did in 2022. They have built a structure that allows Messi to choose the decisive moments to attack. Whenever the ball enters dangerous areas, the entire team understands that the most dangerous player remains Messi. So far, that strategy has worked perfectly. Argentina have already secured qualification for the knockout stage with a game to spare. Even when Messi missed a penalty against Austria, he still decided the match by scoring 2 goals afterward. That is why I describe Argentina as a team still orbiting around Messi's gravity. Every attacking route eventually leads back to him. The football world is once again amazed by Messi. One of the things I love most about this tournament is seeing the reactions of players, coaches, and football legends to Messi's performances. Zlatan Ibrahimovic openly admitted his admiration for Messi's achievements. He joked that he never scored a single World Cup goal, while Messi continues to add new records to his collection. Meanwhile, major media outlets around the world have described Messi's performances as one of the defining stories of the tournament. Even as younger stars such as Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, and Lamine Yamal begin to dominate headlines, Messi remains at the center of the global football conversation. To me, that is the greatest proof of Messi's uniqueness. The 2026 World Cup was supposed to belong to the next generation, yet the dominant storyline still revolves around a player who made his World Cup debut before many of today's young stars were even born. Reuters described Messi as Argentina's center of gravity 2 decades after his first World Cup goal, and I think that description is perfect. We are witnessing something that may never happen again. Not merely a great player, but a phenomenon that continues to refuse surrender to age, logic, and the expectations placed upon ordinary human beings. When I watch Messi perform at the 2026 World Cup, I do not see a veteran enjoying a farewell tour. I see a legend still trying to conquer the world one more time. 5 goals in 2 matches, his first ever World Cup hat-trick, the all-time World Cup goal-scoring record, and the distinction of becoming the first player to appear in 6 World Cups are proof that Messi is not finished writing history. And perhaps that is the most remarkable part of all. We are not talking about Messi's past achievements. We are talking about Messi today. Messi still deciding matches. Messi still breaking records. Messi still making the football world stop for a moment and ask, how is he still doing this? So, if Argentina win the 2026 World Cup, would that become the greatest achievement of Lionel Messi's career? Or would the 2022 World Cup title remain untouchable? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth football discussions.